And for more on this, we're joined now by MPP Saul Mamakwa from Toronto. Saul, thanks so much for being with us.
Good to be here.
I'd like to just start with your reaction to this latest report. As I mentioned, 14 more deaths of Indigenous people that investigators say should be reinvestigated. They also briefly looked at 25 unsolved cases of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls in Thunder Bay. What are your thoughts about this?
I think my initial reaction would be that we are subject to injustice. We are subject to racism, even when after our people die. And that's not right.
You raised your concerns at Queen's Park with the Solicitor General, sharing your concerns. What should happen here?
You know, I think there needs to be some type of oversight. I believe some accountability, you know, at the provincial level. And I think and that's what I asked is that whatever process that is there, and whether it's the the expert panel, whether it's an inquiry, that there is direct oversight of from the OPP as a province, right? So I think that's very critical, because we see it on how sometimes it's just like they are just investigating themselves, and you know, the path forward from Senator Murray Sinclair, you know, there's a path forward in that on how they're going to do it, and it hasn't. That path has been ignored. We cannot continue this way.
There have been calls for the Thunder Bay Police Service to be disbanded and replaced perhaps with the OPP, or a mix of the OPP and Anishinaabe Police Service. Do you think it's time to disband the Thunder Bay Police Service?
You know, I've been talking to some of the leadership on it, Indigenous leadership, and you know, whatever the direction that they're going, I think you know, I would support it. And I think, I'm not sure when, you know, I've seen stories of it in the news, and but we need to be able to we would need that we would need that First Nations. For me to be whatever, I want to be able to support First Nations, because again, I said from the beginning, we are subject of racism as Indigenous peoples, even after we die, and that cannot continue. And I think that we need to be able to be treated as human beings, and you know, whenever the investigations happen, that they are done properly.
So we'll have to leave it there, but do appreciate you taking some time to speak about this with us today.
Okay, Miguel, for having me.